Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Roush, and welcome to week 10 of the Pokemon Speedruns Draft League. This is a match versus ClearlyMajorr, otherwise known as Battle Dolphin, battling as Major. So, basically, if you don't already know the story, Major ended up dropping out of the league, and we couldn't find a replacement in time for the trade deadline cutoff. So in order to combat that, I've been playing as Major versus all of his opponents pretty much since he left, but I can't very well battle myself. That would be really stupid. So I went ahead and grabbed second place Battle Dolphin to go ahead and play as the team for Major. So definitely not playing as the same style that I would. And it really shows. This match was, honestly, I was extremely salty the first time it went through because there's a lot of hacks, but we'll go ahead and show you what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and start off looking at his team. Honestly, I just wanted to get a leg up, so I led with my Wickerman, the Beedrill, because the only mons that could outspeed it are a Scarf Infernape or a Scarf Thundurus, so I was just free to go for the U-turn on this Blastoise, as he reveals he has Counter Blastoise. Yeah, it was pretty good. But knowing that Pretty Petal most likely stalls this thing out to oblivion, I'm just going to go straight for the Synthesis, as he brings in the Venusaur, and which is absolutely perfect because that is what this Florges is designed to take care of. Expert Belt with a lot of special attack investment, and it actually ends up being a ranged 2-hit KO, a Fizz-Def Venusaur, as that turns out to be, as Major goes into his Sylveon. And Sylveon, this set is also very beautiful. Battle Dolphin being very creative with sets, and it's really annoying. So this Sylveon ends up being the first thing, the first roadblock to my team. I kind of figured that Hydreigon would be able to take care of it with a nice, well, originally what I was going to do was I was going to have Hydreigon just simply Steelium Z the thing, but then I decided, I don't know why I didn't just U-turn out into it now, because the Kebia Berry was so obvious, and even without the Kebia Berry, if he was max Fizz-Def Sylveon, he still would have lived the hit. But as you can see, because the Kebia Berry, Sylveon is able to live and go for the Psyshock and kill. So what I do now is I go out into my Rageate, that is my Swellow, my Guts Swellow this week. And instead of making the smart play, I had to make the smart play and go for U-turn, because I don't really have a mon that I can get my Flame Orb up on. Unfortunately, not right now. So I end up going out into my Mammoth, and I just go for these Stealth Rocks, and seeing as an Earthquake is not even close to a range to KO the Venusaur, I hard switch back out into Pretty Petal, because that is, again, my best mon to deal with the Venusaur. Can tank Sludge Bombs kind of well, even though I'm still just Expert Belted. The Psychic, once again, being a range to 2-hit KO, but instead of making a smart play, I just switch into my Swellow. And getting hit by that Sludge Bomb is very, very intimidating for the rest of the match, because I have to go into I have to go for Facade instead of being able to safely go for the Brave Burp, and I don't KO the Venusaur. I don't remember how close it was to range. So anyway, I just hard switch out into my Dr. Doofenshmirtz. That is my mostly physically offensive with Dark Pulse, Hydreigon, and I have Zen Headbutt and Dark Pulse, and I'm trying to get a flinch on this thing to just whittle it down, because Venusaur is such a huge threat. Unfortunately, my best way of dealing with it is in fact still my Swellow, and he reveals that he is Work Up, Sludge Bomb, Coverage Move, and Synthesis. Block and Synthesis. So it's a mono attacking Venusaur, and that thing is absolutely scary, because I didn't bring Fortress this week, so it threatens me a ton. So I keep switching, U-turning around, going into Mamoswine finally, and I'm able to pick up a kill with Earthquake. And then he switches into Thundurus. Now, because I'm also Expert Belted, This Ice Shard is like a 60% chance to KO. And I went ahead and got the roll, and that was the last piece of good hacks that I got in my favor this week. Because as you can see, this Glaceon comes out, Water Pulses gets the confusion, and I lose the 50-50. Cool. And unfortunately, that means this Glaceon is still out on the field, but it's locked into Water Pulse because he does reveal that he's Scarf with that play. Goes for Water Pulse, gets the confusion again, and I just try and go for the U-turn, and I manage to get it off. But I'm free to go back out into my Mammoth Jam and just pick up a kill with Earthquake because everything dies to an Earthquake or two now. So Major just goes into the Infernape and goes for the Grass Knot and takes out Mammoth Jam. So as you can see, now it is a 3-2 match, and it is not looking good for me. But it's fine because this Infernape was Life Orbed, and it turns out that he doesn't even have the Vacuum Wave or the Mach Punch this week. So Ray J is able to pick up the Facade kill, and then he goes out into his Venusaur, and unfortunately this means I have to go for the Brave Burb, and that means my Swallow is going to get taken out in the process. So that is actually Swallow's first death in 3 matches, or is it 4? Something like that. Swallow finally dies, but picks up a few kills this week before falling over. And then it's all up to this Scarf Glaceon, and if he had gotten some freezes with Blizzard, the match probably would have turned out differently, but fortunately he doesn't get the 30% after getting 2 30% confuses and the Sludge Bomb poison. I'm able to take it out with my Choice Bandit Earthquake, thank God. That thing, the entire match was scary for me. Scarf Glaceon was really a nice bring, and unfortunately, the match would have looked a lot differently if I had just brought Fortress. I didn't want to bring Fortress this week, but having Fortress would have been amazing. But you know what? I did what I did. I got Mamoswine 3 kills, got Swampert another kill, and a survival, something that hasn't happened a lot this league. And then Swallow gets a couple of kills as well. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to show off the scope of my Hydreigon, although I probably should have used it against Sylveon. It probably would have won it KO'd anyway. But I just had to pretty much pick between Steel Berry and Poison Berry once he revealed his set, and unfortunately, I guessed wrong on the 50-50. But you know what? That's fine, because it was a very good match. 3-0 victory for me. Thank you very much, Dolphin, for the match, and I will see you guys next week for the, for the weekly recap, and we should have a special guest this week, but I'm not going to spoil who, so you guys will just have to find out. Anyways, I will see you then, and Roush is out.